to talk about are the top 7 challenges that came out of these summits. And these are not solutions, they are challenges. And so we'll go through each of these 7 in the next few slides. The first challenge is dealing with the executive order. And probably everyone has heard that back in May 2021, there was an executive order on improving the nation's cybersecurity. One of the sections was on enhancing the security of the software supply chain. So it's on everyone's mind, complying with this executive order. For each of the 7, I'll give a little intro and then the highlights of the discussion. So one of the highlights is, people are saying that the executive order is helping to get upper management attention on, the need to develop secure products. And that there is a cultural change necessary to comply. Developers and organizations are much more used to having freedom in their processes. Compliance and the need to comply has, taken away some of the freedom. So it does require a cultural change. Currently, a lot of concern about how do we even comply anyway. There's not a lot of specificity in what the government wants. And then also concern for compliance by smaller companies. Will they be able to sell to the U.S. government? You can't sell to the U.S. government unless you comply. What will happen to smaller companies, nonprofits, and open source projects if they're not able to comply? Companies have to provide self-attestation, which means that they have to say whether they use good software security products or processes, and document that they do or not. And that may be difficult, particularly for smaller companies, for everyone, really.